Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. I wanted to jump on today and do a quick reading for you. I've channeled some messages. I'm going to pull some cards from the Angel Prayer deck and some tarot, and then I'm going to pull some cards from Angela Rose's deck. So what I heard today was you've got to slow down to speed up. And I know that seems counterintuitive and probably doesn't make sense at all. But what I heard is that now is the time to slow down and take your time, because this is not a race. And when you slow down and you regulate your nervous system, that is when life is going to start speeding up for you and things are going to start happening for you. And so the way that I took this is when we are constantly in a state of go, 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 which most of us are, we're running from one thing to another, right? We've got to go to work and then we've got to go to school, or we have to do this, we have to do that. That's when we become disconnected to who we are and our higher selves and our intuition and all of those things. Our energy is just all over the place. The universe is asking you right now to slow down and to take your time and to work on regulating that nervous system. And there are many ways you can do that. Guided meditations are a great way to do that. EFT tapping is another great way to do that. I have all of those things on my YouTube channel if you want to go over there and follow me there. I have those things, or you can just do a quick search of them. There are a lot of different ways that you can regulate your nervous system, but the universe is asking you to do that right now because you are all over the place. And so for some of you right now, you're seeing a lot of the fruits of your labor. You put a lot of work in, and maybe you haven't felt like you've seen that payoff, but it's going to. And again, you have a card coming out that's asking you to take time to think before you act. So instead of always just feeling like you have to make decision, they're asking you, this is calling for you to have patience. And I hate this word so much. This has been such a life lesson for me, is patience, because I want everything yesterday. And I'm like, as fast as we have the internet and all of these things, why can't I have it yesterday? But the universe is saying, whatever it is that you're working on is going to work out, but you have to slow down. You have to think before you make decisions, like think before you act, and you have to have patience, okay? I feel like this is going to bring in whatever you're doing. For some of you, I think this is like you working on a project. For others of you, this is a relationship. Okay, there's two stories going on right here. Usually there are, because this is a collective read. But with the cards coming out, what I see is complete success. If you slow down, allow others to help you where you need it, and focus on resetting that nervous system and doing self-care and filling your own cup. And once you do that, I see a lot of happiness and also abundance coming in. So for some of you, this may be like a work project. For others of you, this may be an actual relationship coming in. I'm feeling it's both. It's both. So just keep holding steady and doing what you're doing, but slow down and think before you act. You have focused your mind. You can't make this up. This is, thank you, angels, for helping me focus on my priorities. So again, slow down and focus on what you're actually doing. How many of you drive home and then later you're like, well, I don't remember going through that light. I don't remember this, because we go on autopilot. We do that with a lot of things, with sometimes eating meals, right? We go on autopilot. I don't remember what that tasted like. It's asking you to slow down, because I feel like the important things are in the details here. You also have divine physician, Archangel Raphael. It says, thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. For some of you, I think it's calling for you to slow down because you're at burnout and you're not helpful to anyone else, especially yourself, if you are completely burned out. We have healthy choices. So I think this is calling for you to work on your own energy and clearing it. It says, thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy choices. Moving your body, getting some exercise. And when you're older like I am, you don't have to do those high intensity workouts. You can just go for a walk, or even, just doing some stretching and things like that it's helpful. You have don't hate, meditate. So this is like the second time meditation has come out. Some of you really need to meditate in order to get all of your energy grounded. You're all over the place. So it says, thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. And then you have Earth Angel. Some of you here are, excuse me, Earth Angels. Maybe you need to share your voice too. I'm hearing that. And I'm also having a hard time getting out my words. So maybe some of you feel like you've needed to you're working on a project maybe where you're sharing your voice, but something's keeping you from doing it. And it says, thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Maybe you need to work on clearing that throat chakra and feeling like what you have to say is important, because it is. And we have balance. Yeah, this is what we've been talking about all along. You've been all over the place. And now the universe is asking you to come back to a place of balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. It's like a tray that you're carrying, like a waitress, their tray. If you have all these things on the tray, your work, love life, free time, whatever, self-care, and someone takes one thing off the tray, it's going to be out of balance and the whole thing's going to flip over. So it's time for you to get back into balance. And then the last two cards coming out in this deck are Honor Your Feelings, Archangel Haniel. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So don't hold them in. It's okay. Sometimes you just have to have a good cry, right? Go in the bathroom, lock the door, and cry your eyes out. It's necessary sometimes to get those things out, because holding it in will only, disease is energy that's basically trapped in the body, right? It's dis-ease. We get emotions are supposed to move through us, not stay with us for long. So those of you who aren't processing them, it's like those emotions get stuck, and that's when we start to see things physically manifesting in your body that's not good for you. And we have the miracle of prayer, and it's Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So your angels and guides hear your prayers, and I feel like some of you may be wondering, well, why aren't they answering? When you are out of balance, things aren't able to manifest. So they're asking you to just get back to a place of center and balance. For many of you, that's just going to be self-care. Just do some self-care, ground yourself. Things are going to work out. You have meet the universe halfway, okay? So are you willing to say yes to your best life? Are you willing to put down the excuses? It may feel uncomfortable doing something unknown, but it is so worth it. Trust in the unseen. There's something magical waiting for you to happen, or waiting for you to say yes so it can show up for you. When you meet the universe halfway, it will support you and fill the other half. Do not worry about the hows, leave that to the universe. The action is take a risk and take one small step in the direction of your dreams. It can be something so small, like maybe you want to write a book, so you just sit down and write a paragraph today. It's just showing the universe, I'm willing to work towards this. Then we have the mantra that goes with this card. You can say this to yourself. Courage is bravery. There is magic in the unknown. And then you have soul yes. When we say yes to everything, we run ourselves empty. When you say yes to something, make it a soul yes. Begin to develop a practice of saying yes to the life that feels amazing to you. You will begin to build up confidence and self-empowerment. This means you will also need to say more no's to things that are no longer aligned with you. And saying no is a complete sentence. You don't have to come up with an excuse. I always used to think, if I say no, I have to come prepared with an excuse. You don't. No is a single answer, right? You don't really owe anyone an explanation. Just simply saying, no, I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to do that. That's perfectly okay. The action that goes with this card is let go of the guilt and say no when it feels like a no. No is a complete sentence. And the mantra that goes with this card you can say to yourself is, I have boundaries and only say yes when it feels like a soul yes. Absolutely. All right. I love those cards. I hope those messages resonated. It's time to work on you, your boundaries, and also clearing your energy, clearing your space, getting grounded. All of these beautiful things will come in for you if you slow down. All right. Well, if you want to work with me, I do offer readings, half hour, hour, also healing sessions. All of those are available on my website. You can also check out my podcast, Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. It's available wherever your favorite podcast is found. Also now on New Reality TV. Check out New Reality TV, which is available on Roku as well. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.